Hey y'all, welcome to my first class for this Dobro from Zero series that I'm going to do for my Patreon subscribers. We're going to get started at the very beginning on the Dobro, and this is the most important lesson you're ever going to take. Let's get started. Back it off until that chord starts sounding nice. And by the way, when you're using a tuner, don't pick like out here, you get a soft sound there. Pick closer to the bridge, and you'll get a nice clean sound for your tuner to hopefully pick up. Before we play anything, we're going to look at how we're holding the bar. Index finger over the top of the bar. Thumb wherever it feels comfortable. Fingers on the strings behind the bar at all times. Okay, we don't want them flying up in the air. These fingers must be down. Some people never make progress on the Dobro, and the most common reason, almost always the reason, is that folks just don't learn how to pick. And the reason they don't and can't learn how to pick, if you can resolve to do that, you will have a great advantage compared to folks who have never gotten this intel about picking the Dobro. So we're going to do licks that are based around the 5th fret C chord, but don't start there. And 2 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and... Okay, the thing we just did works equally well on the high 2 strings. So for that one, 1 and 2 and 3 and... Alright, these are very easy to do. And we like easy on the Dobro. Anytime you have something easy that sounds good, keep doing it. Now, one thing I want to mention about using the bar, don't hop with the bar. Don't pick it up and put it down every time, okay? We're going to move laterally. But to get this sounding smooth from the 3rd fret to the 4th fret, what we want to coordinate is moving the bar into place and deciding to pick. Those are one idea. So it'll be like these at the 3rd fret, and then I'm deciding to pick, and just as I'm going through the strings is when I move. And that gives you a fluid sound here without having to lift up the bar and get that staccato sound, right? So we want a fluid sound. We're just going to move laterally with the bar. We're just dragging it along the strings, but we're not hearing a slide because we've synced up picking and moving the bar. Now, once you get there, if you want to fill in the space, I'm just alternating thumb, middle, thumb, middle, thumb, middle, thumb, middle. I think of this as a pickup note and then a couple sets of triplets and then an extra note. So this is something you've heard before. Classic Dobro lick. It would look like a little 3/5 to indicate the grace note slide. The slide doesn't get any extra time. And once you get there, you just slide right back without picking again. Go to the next string and pick and slide from the 3rd to the 5th fret, and then directly down to the 3rd string, 5th fret. And that's a Dobro lick number 1 for a C chord. You can also do it on the lower 3 strings because we're tuned to 2 octaves of the same thing. A G chord, whatever works on the high 3 strings works on the low 3 strings. That was strings 5 and 3 there. hopefully that was interesting and enjoyable for you. A lot of valuable information there. Too many people skip over it and never have good picking and barring technique and don't really understand how to play around chords, and thus don't make as much progress as they wish. So I hope you'll spend some time with those things. If you need more than that for the next month, I would recommend going to the collections tab on my Patreon and find beginner-friendly lessons. And at least portions of the lessons that are in that category should be accessible for folks who are just starting off. Later.